What's up guys, my name is Spencer Dunlap and I'm a surf instructor here at Bodhi Surf and Yoga in Bahia, Uvita, Costa Rica. And today I'm going to be talking about how to stand up on your surfboard. So the first thing we have to figure out before we can work on going from the prone position to the standing position on a surfboard is which way you're going to face. So you're either regular footed, which means your right foot is in the back and your left foot is in front, or you're opposite of that, what we call goofy foot. So there's not really a great drill, a surefire way of telling whether you're regular or goofy, but one thing I like to do is start with a burpee. So a burpee is basically going from a standing position to a prone position and then coming back up to a standing position as quickly and efficiently as possible. It looks like this. So I want you to do one burpee facing forward, and then I want you to try doing a burpee where you come up to your feet and you face to the right. That looks like this. Okay, now I'm going to do it facing to the left. So for me, when I come up and face this direction with my right foot in the back, that feels much more natural and athletic than the opposite. So I'm clearly a regular footer, not a goofy footer. So now we've determined your surf stance. We know whether you're a regular footer or a goofy footer. Let's get into how to stand up to your feet on the surfboard. We're gonna start today with a technique called the figure 4, which is how we introduce transitioning from the prone position to the standing position for our beginner surfers. So I'm gonna walk you through the figure 4 right now. I'll go over it a couple of times. Remember that I am a regular footer, so I'm gonna be always doing that regular foot stance. If you're a goofy footer, if you like having your left foot on the back of the board closer to the tail, then you're just gonna do the opposite of what I'm doing. When you come to your feet, it's really important that you have your back foot in the back half of the board and your front foot in the front half of the board. So the figure 4 basically helps us get our back foot where it needs to be in order for us to stand. So, figure 4. I want you to imagine there's a wave coming behind me and I'm about to catch that wave. So I'm gonna take a couple strokes, paddle for the wave. Once I've caught it, I am going to place my hands on the deck of the board, bring my right knee just outside this right rail as far up towards the nose as I can, and then bring my foot right under my right butt cheek towards the middle of the board. This is why we call it the figure 4, because my leg is creating this figure 4 position. My hands are in line with my chest. Okay, I'm gonna lift my chest up, rotate that back foot, which is my right foot, down, and then bring the left foot through just above the center line here. I have a handle on this board, so I already know where the front half and the back half of the board are, okay? So I need to get my front foot past the center of the board into the front half. From here, I'm maintaining 4 points of contact. So I have both my hands on the board and both my feet on the board. All I'm gonna do is shift into my legs, bring my hands up, stay nice and low, and boom, I'm standing. All right, so let's go over this one more time. So again, the wave is coming from behind me. I need to paddle for that wave. As soon as the wave hits the back of the board, right where my toes are, I'm bringing my hands on the deck while simultaneously bringing my back knee, which for me is my right leg, my right knee, off this right rail. The foot tucks under. I lift up, rotate the foot down. Once I'm here, I can bring my front foot through, right in line with the stringer, in line with my back foot, and then I stand and I'm in my surf position, ready to go. This is the figure 4. So once you've mastered the figure 4 and you're starting to feel comfortable in your surf stance, you're gonna wanna move on to the pop-up, which is what you're gonna use when you're surfing green waves. It's the most efficient way to get from the prone position to the standing position. Here at Bodhi Surf and Yoga, we like to call the pop-up the slide up. The reason we don't say pop is because that word tends to cue the student to think they need to get up to their feet really quick and jump, right? We don't want that because that's going to increase their likelihood of being in an unbalanced position, okay? So we say slide up to cue them, to remind them that they need to be nice and smooth and connected to their board. So this is what the slide up looks like. Hands in line with chest, and I just slide my feet up under my belly button. All right, so now that you've seen the slide up, let's break it down, right? So again, wave's coming behind me, I need to paddle for that wave. As soon as the wave hits the back of the board and I'm starting to move forward, I've caught the wave, hands in line with my chest, I'm going to lift up, okay? Notice my positioning here. My arms are completely locked out. I'm not grabbing the rails of the board, my hands are flat on the deck, locked out. This is important, okay? So you need to practice your push-ups, practice your plank position. If you can't maintain this position, it's gonna be hard for you to master this technique. So arms fully locked out. The reason we need to achieve this locked out position is to create enough space under our sternum and belly button to slide our knees and feet up under us, okay? Like I mentioned earlier, that front foot needs to come to the front half of the board. It has to travel a long way. So we need to be able to create enough space to allow that to happen. So chest up, arms locked out, my hips start to come up as well, right? I'm creating that space. Feet stay glued to the board, and then I just split my stance, right? My front foot, 45 degrees, slightly open in the front half of the board. And once I stand, that back heel of my back foot comes down and I'm in my surf stance. All right, so let's see it again in real time, okay? I want you to notice my toes. They're staying glued to the deck of the board the entire time. That's minimizing the space up under my feet. When I come to my feet, okay, when I'm transitioning from prone to standing, so that I don't have this unbalanced landing, right? So, real time, chest up, feet slide under, arms over the rails, I'm in my stance. I'm nice and low, right? My vision is forward in the direction I want to go, nice and low. As I come up a little bit higher, that's when that heel of the back foot can rotate down, boom, and I'm surfing.